on, guys? It's Friday. Just got home from bowling, and on the way home I kind of did a little pull, and all of a sudden I wasn't getting any boost anymore. So originally I thought it was an intercooler pipe coupler or something that blew off, but everything seemed to be good. So I'm going to do a boost leak test real quick just to make sure there's no boost leaks, or if there is I can fix them. But I don't really think it's a coupler. I think it's something else, because it runs perfectly fine. Usually when you're still in a MAF setup and you have a big boost leak or intercooler pipe blows off or something, the car won't really run right. So it still runs, and it's just I hit the throttle and it's literally like 0 psi. So I'm thinking maybe the wastegate flapper is stuck open or something. But I'm gonna do a boost leak test first and see if I can find any leaks and go from there. All right, so I just did a boost leak test, and it was this coupler here that was leaking. This clamp wasn't tight or something. I thought maybe there was a cut in it or something, but I took the whole thing off, the whole coupler off, and it was good. So I just put it back on, tighten the clamps up good, and no more boost leak. So alright, so I just redid the upper intercooler pipe. I swapped the blow-off valve and the whole pipe out. I was using the tile blow-off valve in this pipe here, which is from Ivy, because I didn't have a long enough coupler for up there. But when I was at Allen's, he gave me a really long intercooler coupler, and I cut it to the length that I needed, and it works great. So now I got the Gretty blow-off valve back on, and my old upper intercooler pipe, and a new coupler up here. So shouldn't be any leaks now. I didn't do another boost leak test obviously, but I'm gonna take it for a spin and make sure everything's good, no boost leaks, make sure the blow-off valve sounds good. Alright, so we're back under the hood. Still no boost, so that wasn't the problem. Next thing I'm going to try is I'm going to fuck with this wastegate actuator arm and see if I can get it to move. Maybe I'll take the actuator arm off and try and move the flapper by hand. Hopefully it's just stuck open. I can get it to unstick and we'll be fine. Alright, so I figured out the problem, and it's a blown turbo. So I don't know what the fuck to do here. Crazy. I have other turbos, so it's not like the end of the world. But my problem is, this is a HRC Racecraft 20G. It's got a little bit of shaft plate in and out. So that worries me. I know there's obviously no oil in it because it's been sitting on the shelf, so maybe it wouldn't be bad once it was on the car, but I mean, you know, don't really want to use that. This one is an eBay one. No idea what it is exactly, but it's a big fucker. It's got a weird hot side, and both of these hot sides have the wastegate flapper hole shut, welded shut. So I'd have to take the turbos off the hot side and hopefully put it on the hot side that's in a car. But I do have my hole set over there. Definitely need to get that out of my head, and definitely shouldn't use the hole set. So I just can't. There's no way. I mean, I could, you know, but all these turbos over here are junk. There's a 14B, but I'm not downgrading. There's no way I'm putting a 14B on this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it here for a few minutes, smoke about it, and figure it out. Obviously the turbo has to come off the car anyway, so I gotta pull that off. Regardless, I'm gonna do that first, I guess. All right, so I got the 16G off. Everything looks fine for the most part, just by looking at it. The fins on both sides are good. So what I think happened was I snapped the turbine shaft because initially when I was turning this, like I'd turn one side, the other side wasn't turning. But now it kind of is. And that nut, there's a reverse threaded nut here. I was able to hold the one side, like I held this side and turned this side, and I was able to loosen that nut and take that nut right off. So like right now I'm able to turn this wheel on this side, but this side isn't turning. So I'm assuming probably the turbine shaft is probably snapped or something. I could take this apart and check it out, but I'm probably just gonna send it straight to Justin Witzel and have him rebuild it for me, and then I'll put it back on the car eventually. But it'll be a while out because this whole house buying thing is kicking my ass, and I can't really spend money right now. So, but the good news is the appraisal is Tuesday, so it's getting closer to being done and over with. I'm buying this house that I'm living in now. I've just been renting this entire time, but the owner wants to sell it, and I don't want to move out because I love this place. I love the garage. I love everything about being here. So I just gotta get through this next month or so and buy the house, close on it, and then I'll be good. So I'm gonna use that 20G. I was thinking about using this one, but it's eBay and it's a lot bigger. I really want to use my hot side that has been on this car because it's a really nice hot side. It's OEM, and this turbo is too big for it. So I'll probably just run the other 20G to get me by. And I mentioned before I had some shaft play, but that should get me by for now. Alright, so turbo's on, everything's together, oil lines are all on. I'm gonna let the car down off the jack stands and start it up, make sure there's no leaks with the oil lines. I'm kind of worried about this one. I couldn't use the banjo bolt line because I had to use a different line completely. And I couldn't find any that had that end and the banjo bolt end on it. So I had to use this fitting here. Thank God I have a bunch of random fittings. I've used them before, and I don't remember ever having a problem with them, but I'm just worried it's gonna leak. Same with that one down there on the turbo itself. So we'll find out here in a minute.
At it. She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it. She make a nigga feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it.
What? It might fit in a video somewhere. Jesus. Oop, nope. Watch my pen. Don't want that in there.
Oh my god.
Here's my credit card number.
What do you know was wrong with me?
Forward.
You need
Can
to
I
get,
get a... What?
you need to get some sleep.
Alright. Love you.
Da 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 da. Yeah, got a new Benz that I ain't.
Alright, so I'm home. Test went good. No leaks. Doesn't overheat. It boosts again, so that's good. So on the other turbo and this turbo for now, I was free boosting. So what that is, I'm pretty sure I've explained this on video before, but you can either run a boost controller or you can run wastegate pressure by just having a line going from a boost source, whether it's the intercooler pipe or maybe your turbo will have a nipple right on the compressor housing. From there to the wastegate actuator or wastegate. If it's just a solid line, you'll run wastegate pressure. So like on a 14B or 16G, that'd be like 14, 15 pounds. So with a boost controller, you put a boost controller in line with that line, like in the middle of that. So to free boost, you don't run a line at all. So on my other turbo that I just blew last night, I would literally wrap the boost gauge around, like it goes to 30, right? It would go to 30 and then it would just keep fucking going until it hit the stopper. So it wouldn't stay there. It would go like this and then it'd start tapering back and then it'd go down like 30 or 25 or something throughout the end of the pull. But I never, like, obviously I do it. That's not smart to do, and you're overworking the fucking turbo and shit. But I don't know, for some reason I just didn't think it would shit the bed, but it did. I mean, I ran it like that for a long time, so it lasted longer than it probably should have. But it's weird though, because with this turbo, I'm free boosting right now, and it doesn't do that. It goes to like 25, 26 psi, and then it'll taper back down to 20, and it'll hold at 20. So I couldn't use the same wastegate actuator because this housing is different, so I had to use like an eBay one. So I'm assuming that's probably the biggest difference. It must be a softer wastegate, so it's allowing the flapper to open and the exhaust exit out the wastegate prematurely, whereas my other one, the OEM one that was on the Evo 316G, was probably really stiff. So yeah, I was gonna take the manual boost controller off of Ivy. I got a in-cabin manual boost controller in that, but I think I'm gonna leave this how it is because it's already like good. It's 25 psi, so I'll just let it run at 25 psi and just make sure this turbo lasts and see how long it's going to last before I really start pushing it, because it had a pretty good amount of side in and out shaft play. So fingers crossed. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I need some sleep and I still got to mow the yard and shit, so we'll see. Alright, so it's Saturday night. I drove the car around a little bit earlier, and everything's still good. So I decided to start working on my headlights. Now, you guys remember my headlights that have been sitting up here forever, at least the one. I retrofitted a set of brand new headlights There's a bunch of oil on the front of this right now. They're like $25 or $30 on Amazon for these projectors. So I took a chance on them. They're cheap as hell, and we'll see if they work or not. So I just got to do my wiring here. Got everything laid out, ready to go. And then I could pop it in, and hopefully they work. Alright, so I got the wiring done for the most part. I'm thinking about tying these. These used to be the high beams, the OEM high beams. I don't need to even have a bulb in there because I don't need them. I got this wired up. So you got 2 wires off the LED bulb itself. And at first I wired it up wrong because you know, red is positive, black is ground. Well, when you go from the H1 LED bulbs to the DSM shit, you gotta swap these 2 wires. So at first I was like, oh shit, they ain't working. Well, I swapped these fucking wires so that way, like, basically you swap the positive and negative on the car side, like on the headlight side or whatever. So now they work. So I'm gonna throw them in real quick and I'll show you what they look like. Alright, so that's low beam, and that's high beam. Alright, so I got the headlight in. I'm going to take the car for a drive just to see what it looks like. Obviously there's only one headlight in it now. The other one's done for the most part. Kurt is going to glue the lens back on for me. I just didn't feel like doing it, so he's going to glue that on for me and then give it back hopefully Monday, and then I throw that one in. And it'll be easy, just 10 minutes worth of wiring, pop it in, and I'll be good to go. Alright, I think this is going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully in the next couple days I can get that other headlight off the Kurt and put that in. I'm really excited about these headlights. I've had these for 9 months or so. They came off of eBay. They are one of the OEM replicas you can get on eBay. I think they were 90 or 100 bucks for a set. They aren't bad, and they're really nice. They are really super nice. I almost just left them as is when I got them, but I bought them with the intentions of retrofitting them, so I ended up going ahead with that. It took me forever to finish them because I lost motivation or just interest, I don't know, but I'm super excited to have them in the car. So like this one, man, like this one looks so good. I can't wait to get the other one. The only reason why I really went ahead with this tonight, like before I had both of them, was because this tab was broke off of the last one. The one that I've been rocking, the one that's like been falling out in all these videos I've been doing. This tab has been broken, and it just, the only thing that was holding it in was the wiring harness. So that's why I put it in tonight, even though I don't have the other one. Look how nasty that is. It's so bad. Alright guys, thanks for watching. The whole turbo thing was kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of cool that I was able to put another video together so quick. The last one I uploaded was like literally 3 days ago, so I got 2 videos in 1 week. That's pretty cool. I hope you like these videos. Any support that you guys show means a lot to us. Comments, messages, likes, and new subscribers, that stuff goes a long way, so we appreciate it, and we'll keep cranking out some videos. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.